What is going on, guys? Tempo Trades. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you some more IFEG setups that I took and how you only really need to be trading for about 90 minutes a day. There's this weird misconception that you have to trade hours on end from the time the market opens to the time the market closes. Well, I've found an area where I like to trade. That's my 90-minute window. I find my win rate and consistency to be the highest in that window. And sometimes if I don't find a trade in that window, I just move on to the next day. All right, so coming in at the first trade, we have a textbook setup. Now, the window that I was talking about was the 9:30 to 11 a.m. window. This is my favorite window, and it is referred to as the New York morning kill zone. There's different kill zones. You know, you can look this up on YouTube, but you could trade the morning kill zone, the afternoon kill zone, which is 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern, or the London kill zone, which is 2 to 5 a.m. Eastern. So I like this kill zone. I find my consistency, again, to be high. And I try to have a majority of my trades in this window. You know, do I take some trades outside the kill zone? Yeah, but if you go look back at my entire month, you're going to see 70-80% of my trades are in this window. So coming in at this trade right here, this is a textbook level. We have the New York AM low down here to my left. Basically, price comes down an hour after the open, sweeps that level, does not close below that level, showing me that it's respecting it really nice. We get the beautiful V-shaped momentum into the IFEG setup, and then we're just targeting, you know, the other side of the range, and we actually go all the way up there to the New York high a day. So this is absolutely textbook. You can see the little notations I made. And again, if you've been a part of the channel and you've been watching these videos, we're only looking for a couple things, man. We're just looking for liquidity sweep, reversal, IFEG, and enter. You know, it's a couple steps. We're not overcomplicating it. And, you know, you can see the call out right here as well. Very, very nice trade. All right, guys, here is the second trade. This is not inside of the kill zone, but this is an excuse because this is an 830 data wick sweep, which is one of the highest rated setups in my arsenal. Absolutely love this. A lot of the time we'll make data wicks at 8:30, 10 a.m. whenever we had red folder news, and I try to play, you know, the sweep and stuff like that. So I make an exception here. You can see I called it out. This was at 8:48, so about an hour before the kill zone. But essentially what happened here is NQ and ES are supposed to follow each other, right? So we have the data wick. This candle was created by the news wick, or the news event. And ES came up, swept out the high, and NQ did not. So there's divergence there. One did sweep, one did not sweep. That creates bearish divergence, and basically we're now expecting ES to move lower off that sweep, and because NQ and ES follow each other, I can take a short on NQ. You see I did that right here with the inverted fair value gap once again, and we need to go for a target. We have the data lows as a nice, clear, and easy target. So this was trade number 2. Again, I do like to take most of my trades in the kill zone, but majority of these data wick setups happen pre-market. So it's kind of the nature of the beast, but really, really nice trade here coming in. All right, guys, sorry to interrupt the video. Just really quickly, we launched my one-on-one mentorship last week, and we just have a couple spots left. So I wanted to talk to you guys about it. If you are struggling to get your first payout, you've been really close, and maybe you've been going at it for a couple months or a year, this program is for you. Me and my managers, we've been working for like the last 6 to 8 months. We created a 5-phase program. We're going to put you through with journaling, accountability, back testing, homework, the whole 9 yards. We're going to put you through this, and we are confident that we will get you a payout in under 90 days or less, okay? And our promise to you is we're going to work with you for free until you get a payout after you join the program. We'll work with you nonstop, whether it takes a month, 3 months, 6 months. We will ensure you get your first payout, and you have the skills to get many more payouts after that. So this is only for serious traders. This is not for beginners. If you are interested, there's only a couple spots left. Click the first link in the description and apply. All right, so here is another setup, kind of unconventional because I didn't screenshot the chart, but this was a tweet I made on June 18th. I took this one inside the kill zone as well. I'm assuming we came down here where my cursor is on the left. We swept some liquidity, and then we hit that IFEG setup. My executions are actually on the screen here. So you could see the green arrow is where I entered, and then these red arrows are where I trimmed along the way, and I held this reversal all the way up to the hourly high. This is a absolutely beautiful trade. Really, really nice setup here. And again, it happened inside the kill zone. All right, moving right along. Trade number 4. This looks like an hourly high sweep per my Discord call out. I wrote hourly highs just got swept, meaning shorts are valid. And then based on that sweep, we waited for the gap. We were in premium of the range, meaning we're at the top of the range. We want to be shorting back down to the bottom of the range. I called out the gap and we got it very nicely. This, again, inside the 9:30 to 11 a.m. kill zone, this is where price is going to move the best. It's going to move fluidly. Really, really nice here. This doesn't have the best momentum in the world. You can see I talk about momentum a lot, but you see on the left here, we kind of tried to inverse that gap and failed. But then on the second attempt back down, that's when price actually reversed all the way down. This would have actually been a higher quality setup and a higher grade setup for me if it inversed the first time. You know, momentum for me is really, really big. And the better momentum you have, the more consistent these setups are in my experience and in my back testing. So this one still works, you know, but I would have definitely liked to see this one inverse that first time. So that's just something to notate. Okay, coming in at trade setup number 5. This one is super notated. So we can have a look here. Here was my executions on the trade, if you want to pause and look at that. But this one was super, super notated. So if we just look at the blue notations here, ignore the stuff at the bottom. But right here, it says NQ swept an hourly low. This black line is also 50% of the daily range. So those are two confluences telling me that we could reverse from this area. The 50% level is basically you're just taking the daily candle, finding the midpoint, and that acts as support and resistance. So not only did we sweep liquidity, we tapped off that support level. So, you know, I obviously want to be long bias. I just wait for a IFVG to form, and it does right there. I take it, and then we ride it all the way up to the draw liquidity above us, which looks to be London high. Really, really nice trade here. Again, it's all about, with my strategy, it's all about just waiting for liquidity, finding the reversal, and just trying to catch a trend. That's why the risk to reward for this model is super good. On average, I would say my trades, it's usually 20 to 40 points, but a couple times a week, I catch a 50, 100 point trade, because if you're able to catch the start of a trend like this, you know, you just ride it all the way up. And you can see here on this setup, I made $12,285 on this trade. All right, and trade number 6. This one was actually a loss, guys. So I show you the wins, I show you the losses. I don't have 100% win rate. And what I really like about this one, man, is, I mean, this is something that is textbook for me. I'm going to take this every day of the week. I have no problems that this one failed. Basically, you could see here, we're in a little downtrend on the left. We come down, we sweep our two major levels, our London and Asia low. I've taken hundreds and made thousands off these levels. So it's textbook for me. You're looking for that reversal. I really couldn't, maybe the reason this failed is because I didn't take the reversal at the start of the move. I had to kind of wait until it got all the way up here. I just couldn't find a clean gap or a clean entry model to take. So I decided to take this combined, looks like a combined 1 minute right here. I entered when it inversed, and unfortunately it just didn't work, you know? It just didn't work. It is what it is. This was a loss, and this ended my 22-day win streak in June, but I have no regrets about the trade whatsoever. You just move on to the next one and, you know, tip your cap to it. All right, so this is a really good teaching lesson right here. So once again, inside the New York kill zone, this occurred at 10 a.m. So you only have to trade 90 minutes a day. No one's sitting here trading 5 hours, right? We were back right before this day. We took a loss. I just showed you. The very next day, what do? We get the London sweep. Again, we're looking for longs. This time we get an SMT with ES, meaning bullish divergence. So now you have the London sweep and you have the bullish SMT, two powerful confluences telling you that longs are going to be good in this area. I wait for the same exact inversion again on the 1 minute. We take it, and boom, this time we ride it all the way up. And look at the difference. I mean, look at the difference. Day number 2, we made 14.6K, and then the previous day we lost about 6K. So this is just the difference here. You need to trust your model. Okay, a lot of people, they put their own human emotions and their own stuff into the trading, and that ruins it. You're stepping on your own toes. If you really believe in a model and you have the back testing or forward testing with the data that says it has an edge, you just need to execute when your edge is telling you to execute. You know, I could have very easily walked into this trade and been nervous and not taken it and doubted myself, but you know, I just treat every single day individually. This was a beautiful, beautiful bounce back as well, man. All right, guys, and to cap it all off, this was my June. So we had 21 trades, one red day in June, an 81% win rate, and we had a 22-day win streak. So my win rate hovers from 70 to 80%. Like in June, it was 80. I think in August, it was 70. But we're green at the end of every month. And that's just because I follow my rules. I don't let emotions get the best of me. And, you know, I just try to keep it pretty mechanical for the most part. I'll bring up my checklist one more time in case you're new here. But this is what I follow, like the Holy Bible. It keeps me on the right track. It keeps me from tilting and, you know, just doing stupid stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed. If you have any more questions, please leave a comment down below. Those are some of my trades in June. Next time, we'll go over July. Have a good one. Peace.